Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. This is Cece, and today I woke up just a little under the weather. And you know that winter chill that you get in your bones and you're just fighting a cold. Yeah, that's where I'm at today. So I decided that I wanted to make something instead of just like a chicken broth or soup, something like that. I thought I'd make something that feels like a warm hug. So I decided I'm raiding the freezer for the ultimate shortcut to this luscious autumn harvest soup that I'm making. I'm going to be taking some fire roasted sweet potatoes, some buttery squash, some carrots, red onions, all were frozen at its peak. And I had these in the freezer. So that's the autumn one. And then I had these gorgeous fire roasted sweet potato slices. So that's the main base of the soup that we're making. And, you know, the idea is to take these frozen vegetables. They were frozen in their peak, so they've got all of the vitamins in there, and transform this into a thick, velvety cream base. There's no peeling, no chopping, just pure comfort in 20 minutes, because that's what I'm looking for. So what do I have on the table, on the board? Well, as I told you, I have a bag of the autumn one and then the fire roasted ones. So I just basically ran it under cold water, get rid of all ice crystals if there were any. And I have a cup of celery diced. I have a regular onion just chopped. That's kind of a medium onion. And I also had this in the fridge, which is a cured prosciutto shanks that I picked up from one of the Italian grocery stores that I go to. And all I did is slice them up. So that's going to add some beautiful smoky flavor to the soup with the fire roasted. So that was perfect. If you don't have that, you could substitute it with pancetta, diced pancetta, or just go straight streaky bacon. Regular bacon works fine as well. What you want is that little bit of that fatness coming off of the bacon or the prosciutto to add to the soup. You're going to need some garlic, as much garlic as you want. Perhaps, let's say 2 cloves of garlic. I'm using some minced. You're going to need a pinch of cinnamon, some paprika, and also some smoked paprika. And the reason why we're doing the smoked paprika is because it's going to play off the fire roasted on the sweet potatoes that we have. So this should come together in 20 minutes. So let's saute this and put it all in a pot and let's go. So let's add in the bacon, prosciutto, pancetta, whatever you're using. And we're just going to render this down for a bit. And we'll do that before we add the onion to this. Let's render that down. You just want to render that down. You want to get that beautiful smokiness and that, just the fat, a little bit of the fat that's left on the prosciutto. You want to render that down. It's very, very sweet fat. Okay, so we're going to add in the onion. Just turn this down a little bit. A little bit of olive oil. So what we're trying to do is just build flavor. Just because I'm sick, it doesn't mean I can't have a flavorful soup. Even probably half the time I can't taste it with my taste buds at the moment, but when I get better, it'll taste amazing as well. And again, we don't want to burn the onion. I'm not looking for caramelization. Just slightly soften. Let it absorb the flavor of the prosciutto. And then pop in the celery. This is all I want to eat when I'm under the weather, is nice soup base. Then I'm going to add in, I do love having these frozen veggies in the freezer. It's actually a great little emergency hack to have when you don't know what you want to make, or you're feeling under the weather and you really don't want to go out or order any food. Now, I'm also going to watch how much salt I add to this because there was salt in the prosciutto. So I'm going to go by taste. I could have made this in a higher pot, but I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm going to throw in a dry sage. That goes well. Now, if you're vegetarian, you could completely omit the pancetta. or the prosciutto that I'm doing, or the bacon. I had some corn in the fridge from another meal, so we'll add that in. Get some steamed corn. That's why I love soup, so you can really raid your pantry, your freezer, your fridge. You're going to do a pinch of cinnamon, some sweet paprika, and some smoked paprika. About half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. So we're going to be putting the liquid in. So at this stage, you would add in your garlic, saute your garlic. Now, if you had ginger available, like fresh ginger, by all means, go ahead and put that in here. Or if you had dry ginger, I'm out. Okay, so for the stock, if you have stock available, you know, in the pantry, whether you have chicken stock or vegetable stock or beef stock, whatever stock you have available, you can use. I happen to have some mushroom stock, so I'm putting that whole bottle in, the whole carton. So let's bring this up to a boil, and then we'll simmer it when it gets up to a boil. That's how simple this is. It's going to be so yummy. It does need a pinch of salt. Now I'll probably need a little bit more broth, so I'll just top it up with some water. All right, let's bring that up to a boil, and then we'll simmer it down. Okay, so that has been literally simmering for about 20 minutes. It's good to go. And so now you could puree this using your immersive blender. You could leave it chunky. It's really your choice. I'm going to puree it, and then I'm going to thin it out with some cream. But you could replace the cream with a can of coconut milk. That's another option as well. So I've turned the stove off, just left it on there, and we're just going to go ahead and puree it. Okay, so I've chosen to puree as much as I can, and it's kind of thick, so it's a bit thick, and I want to thin this out. So you can thin this out either with chicken stock or coconut milk or cream, milk, it's up to you. I'm going to be pouring in some whipping cream, just because that's what I had, just to thin it out. I put in about a 1/4 cup. So you notice that because I put in a 1/4 cup, the color changes, right? So you can decide if you want to use cream or stock, but I'm good with that. I like that. There you go. Soup is ready. Oh, can't wait to delve into that. So I put in a dollop of yogurt. You could put yogurt or sour cream, but I have this one. It's a nice thick natural yogurt, and added that in, and then I just sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon and some sweet paprika on the top. That's perfect. Can't wait. And as you can see, it made a hearty batch in here, and I tried to puree it as much as I could. I do have a little bit of bumps, but that's okay. You know, if I really wanted to get it want to blitz it down to absolute cream, I'll put that in the Ninja and whip that down. But I'm good with this. All right. So let's give this a try. I love cinnamon and paprika in these types of cozy soups. Oh, Yes, that's just going and coating the throat perfectly. Oh, yes. That gives me that warm, cozy feeling. It's the warm hug I was looking for. Woohoo, excited. So there you have it, a gorgeous bowl of an autumn harvest soup. It is warm, it's cozy, it's filling, absolutely filling, and it's quite economical to make. And I basically just pull stuff out of the freezer and the pantry, and I was able to put this together quite quickly. So it always helps to have a stocked pantry when you're under the weather and you don't necessarily need to or want to go out and pick up some ingredients to make a soup. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Always greatly appreciated. If you have not yet hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button now. Hit that like button. Add a comment. Tell us what you like about this video. What other recipes would you like to see in the comments below? We'd really love to know your ideas. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Always greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and that thumbs up. Have a fabulous day. Ciao for now. Don't forget to hit subscribe.